Hello, everybody. I'm Bob Thomas, and this is The Bottom Line. Well, the government shutdown continues. The Republicans and the Democrats continue to point fingers at one another. The president says he will not allow any piecemeal reopening of our government. He wants it all or nothing. And so it goes. And now they're threatening us with the United States government possibly going into default after October 17th. Well, if you're surprised, where have you been? This president and Congress have been in stalemate so long. The only thing going on in Washington, D.C. is our debt going up. We, the people, have a debt of $16.7 trillion. Now, that's our debt. That's not the government or some fancy place up in Washington's debt. That is our debt. And the sad part is it's going to be our grandchildren or maybe our great-grandchildren that are going to have to face this. What a wonderful gift we're giving our kids. And now this fight seems to have got a line drawn in the sand. And it's in the form of Obama's Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare as it's referred to. And he says he will only talk after the nation is reopened and our debt ceiling is increased. So we can leave our grandkids or great-grandkids even more debt. Now, how many of you can go out and borrow money with no hope of ever repaying it and actually get the money from the bank? Yeah, it's a rhetorical question. If you borrow money and you can't pay it back, the only thing that's inevitable is that you're going to go bankrupt. If you think the United States could never go belly up, bigger empires than the United States in the world's history have fallen, and it can happen. Here's the bottom line. No one wants to be responsible. Did you hear me? No one wants to be responsible. Everybody in Washington, D.C. just wants the status quo to continue. They want their time in D.C. to be their time in the sun. They don't want to tighten belts and stop the flow of money to whatever entitlement or pork project that they need so they can push it, so they can get that one thing they want so bad. Re-elected. And now financial investors are warning us that this continued shutdown is going to be traumatic. They tell us about back in 2011 when the fight over the debt ceiling, that consumer confidence fell 22%, the stock market dropped 17%, and the average house payment on new mortgages went up $100 a month, all because of market uncertainty over the increase in the debt limit. Now, that's scary. But you know what's really scary? Is our leaders continuing to put us, our great-grandkids, deeper in debt until one day this house of cards falls and we're thrown into complete chaos. Oh, did I mention that during all this government shutdown, the one thing our elected officials did do was make sure they continued to get a paycheck? You can see more episodes of The Bottom Line at thebottomline.tv. I'm Bob Thomas.